happy merry holidays. We are coming to you from Idlewild Presbyterian Church, Midtown. This is Midtown, isn't it?
It is.
Or is it West East Memphis?
No, it's Midtown.
Midtown.
It's Midtown proper. It's within the parkways.
And you know Idlewild because it's that gorgeous architecture. And Amanda Court is with us. Amanda Court works at Idlewild. She also is a potter, and she has a studio in Idlewild. Amanda, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
How in the world, other than you probably know lots of secrets and force them into it, but how did you get a pottery studio in a church?
So the studio has existed at Idlewild for almost 20 years now, I believe. And about 12 years or so ago, I saw an article online that mentioned it in passing. And so looked up the information and came by to try it on a Wednesday night because we're open Wednesdays from 6 to 8. And the woman who was running it at the time was a church employee, and I had a fine arts background from college, and I offered to help around the studio. So I offered to wedge clay and help load and unload the kilns. And so when she left the church as an employee, I took over running the studio as a volunteer. And so I still run the studio as a volunteer even though I am a church employee.
So how long have you been a potter?
So I took pottery in college about 25 years ago, fell in love with it, and then didn't have access to a studio for a very long time. Found Idlewild. So I've been doing it now again for about 10 years.
Do you have favorite pieces that you make? I mean, like coffee cups, or I've got cabinets full of those pottery coffee cups.
Yeah, I hate making mugs, but I do it because people love mugs.
They're easy. I mean, they're easy for people to buy and keep.
Yes, they are. The things that I'm most known for are my tiny ghosts that I do year-round, as well as large sculptural work with, it's mostly black and tan, black inlay detail.
Yes.
On
it's
a tan
gorgeous.
background. Thank you.
It's gorgeous. How did your brain come up with that?
You know, it's funny that you asked that. A couple of weeks ago, one of the students from University of Memphis interviewed me for an assignment, and she was asking how I got into pottery and how, like, what influences my work. And it finally hit me, like, it just didn't dawn on me. So I went to college thinking I was going to become a photographer, a professional photographer. Black and white photography was my love. And it dawned on me as I was filling out this questionnaire for her, that really influences a lot of the work that I make now with the really high contrast. And I never put it together.
Handmade pottery photography is what we're talking about.
Kind of. I mean, with the black and white contrast, yeah, absolutely.
See, and black and white is never, ever my go-to because I like color. But your pieces are really nice.
Thank you.
I mean, even I like them, and that's never my first choice. And the reason that we're even talking about pottery here at Idlewild is because the Memphis Arts Collective, of which you're a member,
Yes.
has an annual Christmas show, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell us about that.
So it's a month-long pop-up show that's been going on for, gosh, in some iteration or another. The group has been putting on shows for, I think, 30 years. We change locations based on what we're able to secure. A lot of commercial properties aren't willing to do short-term leases,
Right.
and so it just depends on who we're able to work with as far as the space. This year we're on Summer Avenue in Gaddis Plaza, right next to the Knowledge Tree. This is the second year we'll be in that space.
I love Summer Avenue.
Which is great.
I
Yeah.
just think it's Memphis. To me, Summer Avenue is Memphis. It's old Memphis, new Memphis, future Memphis. I absolutely love it. So what is the Memphis Arts Collective?
Yeah, we're a nonprofit organization, a group of artists who work together to promote handmade art and educate the public about the importance of such.
Thus, the studio. So what kind of art can we see there?
Pretty much every media imaginable will be there. We've got photographers, we've got painters, we've got mixed media artists, we've got fiber artists, we've got clay artists, jewelers, really metalworkers.
Do you have any fused glass?
We do have glass workers as well.
I love the glass too,
Yeah.
as much as the pottery.
Yeah, no, we've got pretty much every media that you can imagine we've got involved in the group.
Are the artists themselves going to be there? Do people get to meet the ones who've made the stuff that they're looking at?
Yeah, so we have an open house on Friday, November 28th from 6 to 8 p.m. Most of the artists will be there for that opening. And then throughout the month, artists will actually work shifts at the market. And so you get to meet some of the artists that are participating because they're working the
People who
register
know
and things.
things about it. When does it take place?
So it's every day of the week. It opens on November 21st, which is a Friday, and then it goes through Christmas Eve.
What are the hours?
Mondays through Saturdays, it's 11 to 7. Sundays are 12 to 5, and then Christmas Eve is 11 to 4.
And is there anything, like, do you change out a central display? Do you feature anything, or is it?
No, it really is. It really is set up like individual vendor booths within the space, and so you can really just wander around and really plan to spend some time there because there's so much to see.
I was wondering how much time you should. I mean, you could, if you knew what you were looking for, you could certainly dash in, especially Christmas Eve. That's really
Sure, absolutely.
very pivotal.
Absolutely.
But for a while there was a thing about lead being in pottery. How do you make sure that doesn't happen anymore?
Sure. So most potters these days use all food safe glazes. So all of the work that I produce and any of the potters in the collective, we all use food safe glazes that are usually dishwasher and microwave safe as well.
So it's usually in the glaze. Okay.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Old school glazes often had lead in them, but they don't anymore.
Okay, so now you know what you're getting and who you're getting it from, and plus it's just so much fun. You're supporting Memphis. You're supporting Memphis art, and that's a very important thing. So real quick again, what is it? When is it? Where is it?
Yep, Memphis Arts Collective Holiday Market. Starting November 21st, going through Christmas Eve, $49.98 summer in the Gaddis Plaza next to Knowledge Tree, and 30 plus artists, all different type of artwork available. You can come. It's kind of one-stop shopping.
It's absolutely one of the best things to do for the holidays, and then again year-round. And plus, then you meet the artist, and you might have something special you need them to make. We have some more shopping for the holidays coming up, but get out there and enjoy what Memphis has. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back in a moment. So I promised you more shopping opportunities, but in the middle of shopping, there are things to see and do in Memphis for the holiday season. And one of the best is the Botanic Garden, the Memphis Botanic Garden. It's right down the street from where I live, and I love it, absolutely. Jenna is with us, Jenna Harris. I got that right, didn't I?
You did.
I'm looking at my notes. Jenna Harris is with us, and you're with the Botanic Garden. And what do y'all have coming up?
Yeah, so we are getting ready for the holiday season with our holiday light show called Holiday Wonders.
So I'm aware of drive-through holiday lights, but it's different. It's up close and personal at the Botanic Garden, isn't it?
It is. It's up close and personal, and you know, it's Memphis, so some nights you're doing a walkthrough and you're wearing a t-shirt, your favorite holiday t-shirt, and other nights you're doing a walkthrough and you are bundled up. So it's a great time to be able to come out, enjoy the holiday season, whatever the weather, and just get to see the garden in a whole new light. So we've got over 11 acres that we have lit for this year's holiday light show. We've expanded. We've grown by about 4 acres this year.
How long does that take?
Well, we actually start installing lights at the middle end of August, and we continue on, and you know, I like to have new ideas and new things to add, so we end up adding new things, and sometimes we're still hanging the day before we open, you know, if I can't quit having ideas.
I was going to say, do other members of the staff get to say, oh, you know what, I think we should have a Popeye, or, you know, I mean,
Absolutely. You know, we all work together. We actually have a team of guys that come in and help us light. They always have great ideas, and then our staff, and then we also listen to what people say and what people want to see. So, we listen to our visitors. We added a new area a few years ago called Stomp Lights, and that's where the kids actually got to engage and interact with the lights, where you jump around and you get to make all the lights change colors. Well, everybody loved them so much that it was very clear they wanted it to be bigger and they wanted more. So we are growing that interactive play area this year. The Stomp Light area has doubled in size. We have light up seesaws. We have an area.
Can adults do the stomp area too?
Absolutely. Okay. Adults can do the seesaws. And we have an area called Jingle Bell Rock, which is our large swings that you can sit in. And it's great for a photo op or just to sit and enjoy watching the lights.
So this is something the Botanic Garden has always done very well. If you say Botanic Garden, it sounds like it's maybe kind of highfalutin and it's for adults to stroll through and gaze at flowers or something, but you have always involved children, and you have always added events and showpieces that are specifically to engage the children.
Yeah, kids, that's our next generation of gardeners. That's who's going to be coming to the garden. So we serve about 40,000 children a year through our education programs. So a lot of kids come to the garden on field trips, and for a long time that was kind of their main way to see the garden. They would come on field trips, or they might come out with their family once or twice a year to see our koi fish or stand on the Red Bridge and get their picture made. Yes. Then when we built My Big Backyard, that really grew our family membership. And so when we saw, those people that are coming to the garden on a daily basis now, we really tried to look at our programming and kind of mirror that with our programming. So adding things in that was, more for the families as well, but just as enjoyable for those, that don't have kids. It's still a great event. We even have some special nights where they're 21 plus date nights that you can come to. So if you want to be there and you don't want to have to fight the kids for the stomp lights or the seesaws, those are your events you come to.
That would be a great date night.
Yeah.
I mean, first date or 10th date, that would be, because you're just strolling and talking.
Yes.
And you don't even have to come up with subject matter because the lights are doing all of that for you.
Absolutely.
Are they all white lights, or do we have colored lights in there?
No. So each area kind of has its own theme. So, when you enter in, you'll go in through our sculpture garden, which is that garden. When we plant that garden, it is planted in whites and greens. That is the way it is designed.
I love the sculpture garden.
It's a very beautiful, calm space. That space is our warm white lights. It's kind of a calming space. It just kind of gets you ready as you're going in. And then as you get into our rose garden, that's our Under the Stars lounge. And that garden has our large tree right in the middle. It goes over the top of the rose garden fountain. And then just to the west of that, we've got the glass house, which has a tropical plant collection. But during Holiday Wonders, it has this light show that just goes on with all different colors. A lot of our Holiday Wonders theme colors, which is kind of a green and pink and blue, and that kind of creates its own light show over there.
The glass house is my favorite new thing.
The glass house is gorgeous, and we'll even have, our tropical plants don't really like the cold, but so we don't keep it. I know, me too. So, but we don't have it open during Holiday Wonders, but we will on one night this year. We're going to do a Happy Hula Days. And that's going to be on December 17th. And you'll get to actually go into the tropical glass house. So I always say you're going to kind of feel like Frosty the Snowman. You'll be outside in the cold and going into the glass house, but we won't melt. We'll just get to enjoy all those tropical.
It'll be good melting.
Yeah,
that's right.
And we have a ukulele player, a local ukulele player that's going to be doing some tropical holiday music and holiday fun. But yeah, that's in that zone. And then you hit My Big Backyard. That's the area that we initially started Holiday Wonders. It was called Snowy Nights, and it was only in My Big Backyard, which is a 2.5 acre space. So you can see how we've grown from a 2.5 acre light show to now an 11 acre light show. And that area is just full of fun, colorful lights. We've got the falling snow over the Great Lawn. Our dragon on our castle is lit up where he's spitting fire out. We even have a new gingerbread lane that we've installed this year, so that's going to be a new fun photo op for the kids. So big backyard is fun, and then you kind of roll into our Yuletide yard area, and that's where all of the stomp lights and the seesaws and all of that happen. Our sensory garden is an area that we've never lit before. It's a contained garden. It's a circle garden. Outside of the sensory garden is this stunning crepe myrtle. We have covered that crepe myrtle in white lights, and you walk into that garden and you're just surrounded by these white, warm white, cool white, little sparkling lights that you're kind of just enveloped in that space. And each area kind of has its own music. That area kind of calms you down a little bit. So if you're out there and the kids are jumping on the stomp lights, you can kind of stroll into this zone for a little quieter area. And then our newest, biggest thing we have this year is our woodland garden. And our woodland garden, we're in partnership with a local company called Infinity Stairs.
Thank you.
And they've done a lot of fun projection mapping for concerts, like at Overton Park at the Shell, and then at Pink Palace. And so we've partnered with them, and they've created this polar passage. And so when you go through the polar passage, you're diving into the world of how does the Christmas magic happen? How does Santa do all of the Christmas magic? And so it's going to have a lot of fun new technology pieces, its own sound show as you walk through there. So that's going to be a really exciting new addition. And again, like I said, it's grown that space out and filled that entire walk and made the loop of Holiday Wonders just a little longer for everybody.
It sounds fabulous.
It is so fun.
How much time, if we're just gradually strolling through there, how much time should we?
Yeah,
you could run through it and do it real quick, I guess.
Yeah,
but
most people are usually there for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. You know, we
That's a
all have
great
food trucks
evening.
on site every night.
I was going to ask, because I always think holidays, hot chocolate.
Yeah, so we have hot chocolate, we've got apple cider. If you want to grab a special cocktail, you can grab one of those. And then we have food trucks that'll be there as well. So you can stay, grab dinner, enjoy dinner. It's open from 5 to 8:30 every night. We do have timed entry tickets, so make sure you check out our website, membg.org, and that'll take you to our ticketing platform. You get to pick what time you come. Once you're in, though, you don't have to leave. So, but the timed entry will get you into the event. You can stay as long as you'd like, and then there's a lot of different theme nights. So come back if you enjoyed it. Come back again, and you might get to see somebody special on a Santa Sunday. The big guy's always there.
And what are the dates?
So we'll be opening on the day after Thanksgiving, which is the 28th, Friday the 28th. Santa is always there for opening night because you can't open Holiday Wonders without Santa. And then we'll be open all the way through December the 30th on select evenings. So, just check out our website, check out those dates and times. Grab those tickets. Those weekend tickets tend to go really quickly. So make sure you grab your ticket. There is a discount for purchasing your ticket ahead of time. It's $15 for members, $17 for non-members. And if you wait till night of, that's going to be a $20 ticket for everybody. And there's no parking, no fee for parking. If we do end up in our overflow lot, we have a shuttle. There's also no fee for that as well.
And the Botanic Garden makes it so easy for you to get out and enjoy things. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
We'll be back with some more shopping. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and you know why? Winter arts. I love my winter arts. Greg Bells is with us. You've been doing winter arts for how long?
A long time. This will be the 17th show, so 16 years.
Wow. You started when you were 5?
I did.
You're
I did.
very talented young man.
Actually 6.
Very 6. Okay. I was fudging. I was being kind. Winter arts. It's like a great shopping event. But more than that, it's a great talent event. You see all of these talented artists from Memphis and
beyond. We have some from Nashville, some from Chattanooga, some from Nashville, as I think I said, and New Orleans. It depends on what's not available here. If it's available here and it's good enough, we have it.
What isn't available here that we always have to bring
There's
in?
no glass blower in Memphis. There is a phenomenal glass lamp worker, and he's in our show, Dale Strand. He was a
yeah.
jeweler, and it's all very small. And
Yeah.
he doesn't have a big thing of magma that he sticks into a glory hole and blows through a pipe. It's all very small, delicate things.
How about fused glass?
We do have fused glass. Sharon Barrett makes fused glass, but she hasn't been as active this past couple of years. And we brought in a girl who's from Memphis, who lives in Huntsville now, named Brenda Lyles, who's going to have some more fused glass, and then we'll have Sharon's work as well.
So this brings up something. The reason that you might want to go and see the art and shop for the art is because these are finite pieces. They're never made again. I mean, they may make some more of them, but it's coming from one individual, and it's coming up with an art piece that then is forever in your home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's part of the.
That's how
And there are all kinds of
most of what we
prices.
sell is functional, things that you interact with, like the socks that I'm wearing.
Your
Or
socks are great.
Bridget,
Hold your leg up and show
hold my
everybody
leg up.
that-
So that,
skip that.
Bridget Lang, she's a knitter. She's a phenomenal knitter. She was trained in Germany. She's moving in January, so I don't know if we'll have any more of her work after this year, but we've had it for the last probably 12 years.
Yeah, and it's fabulous
Yeah,
stuff.
she's amazing. She does not drop a stitch. And we're really, really talented people. I'm friends with most of them. I'm really proud of their work. And one of the things that we stress is the process. We have those screens in people's booths that they're supposed to have, but sometimes they don't, that show them at work.
Because they're artists.
So that you actually see how it's done and what skills are involved and what techniques. And like if there's flames involved in metal smithing or something, we'll have that on a screen so you can see a little bit of the process.
And I think that's so inspirational
Mm-hmm.
because here it again, it's one person who has an idea and it's coming out, and then you get to benefit
Yeah,
from that.
that's what I love about three-dimensional work is that a lot of the people in the show have MFAs, and they can draw like nobody's business. They can draw anything, but they can take what they drew and transmute it into a three-dimensional object, and then they crumple up the paper and throw it. Some people would just sell the drawing, but this is like
I would
something-
buy the drawing.
Yeah, I know. I've tried to explain that
frame
before.
it.
Not to throw it away, to frame it and put it next to the work. But they forget. This is by Lisa Hudson. She's a potter, and I love this. This is Graffito, and she's a close friend of mine, and I'm really proud of the leap she's made. This is not brand new. It's when
No,
she
but
first
it's
started.
fabulous.
Yeah, but now she's making very large pieces,
Yes.
very, very large pieces, and I'm really, really proud of her. They've done very well in other markets, and it'll be the
Because you
first
see the
chance.
artists growing too.
Yeah.
Every year you come back and you see that
Well,
they
she's
have new
excited.
ideas and they've moved on.
Yeah, she's really excited about it. She feels that this is like a pivotal moment in her career, and she's
And she's
making
been
the most of it.
making stuff for a long time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I have pieces of hers
Yeah,
in my home.
what she does now is vastly different from what she used to do.
That's right, what I first saw when I first
So
started
that's
telling.
another thing. If you want something and you see it, you can't count on them doing the same thing. I was just at a show where a painter had some things and that she wasn't doing anymore. She had two pieces in the back, and the second day I came and said, just for esoteric discussion, how much is the piece on the other side of that panel? And she said, it's gone. So somebody had bought it already, and I'm just sick because I wanted that so desperately, and I don't know if she'll ever paint like that again.
No, because she has new inspirations and she's doing.
What was in
These
her
are
booth was
artists.
tremendously different. She was in a completely different direction now.
So here's the thing, you can get inspiration by seeing this stuff, but then you can also pick it up and take it home.
Yeah, I mean, it's wearable art. You interact with it. So it's like you're a gallery that's walking around, and when you walk around your house, it's like not everything has to go on the wall. A lot of people don't have any more room on their walls, but we sell things that go in cupboards or on tables, or
I use the
or
stuff
things
in
that
cupboards,
you wear. Yeah,
but I also love it on the walls because then I see it every day.
Right.
I have a wall
This is on
of
the table.
pottery, and I know where every piece came from.
yeah.
And
that's
I
the
remember
beauty
the
of it.
artist. I talked to to the artist when I bought it,
Right.
and I just feel so personal with it.
Right. Well, some of the artists are there at all times, but not all of the artists are there all the time. It's kind of like Lincoln. But anyway, we can
Right,
do
but
something.
for those of us who do not have an artistic bone in our body, we talk to any artist.
Yeah.
It's all
And
all
the
fab.
artists who are there know about the other people's
Yes, they
processes,
do.
so they can talk about them.
They're very good to talk about it.
Yeah.
So what all are we going to see there? The leather guy, I buy this purse
Yeah.
from him. I just love it. I mean, I get compliments on it constantly. It's
Leather
fabulous.
guy, he's from Arkansas. He'll be there. We have copper enamel from Mississippi, which we didn't have last year because she took off her grandchildren, and she'll be back. It's just a ton of things. And we'll have Anna Kelly, who does the collage out of fiber that is generally Memphis scenes.
Oh, yeah.
She's very, very popular, and she makes not only pieces for the wall, but as trays and other usable items too. So we'll have just a tremendous. Ainsley Larson will be there with her Pisanki earrings. Dorothy Northern's exquisite jewelry will be there, yeah, and also Nancy Rourke and Tootsie Bell. They're all very accomplished jewelers, and that's like the thing. It's like we don't have people who buy beads and string them and say, "Hi, I make jewelry." Thank you. No, you don't. Goodbye. And the people who are in our show are actual jewelers. They can make chains, they can make clasps, they can polish stones.
One of my favorite pieces is a sterling silver, large open format long chain that somebody made. And I wanted it altered. And the next year she took it back and altered it for me.
That was Nancy Rourke. She makes.
Where do you get that? You don't get that anywhere
No,
else.
she teaches jewelry making at Vanderbilt. So we're very proud that she's in the show. And we really have people that are at the top of what they do. And that's a requirement to be in winter arts. If I see anything that makes me twitch, it comes off the shelf. So,
Out comes the monocle. And
monocle falls out, the thing, it comes off the shelf and it goes away.
how do you get the people? Do they apply, or you just walk around?
It's mostly invitation.
Anointing.
We anoint pretty much. It's by invitation. People call and ask to be in, and how much is it? It doesn't work like that. I started out with a core group that asked me to do the show, and there's still maybe 5 people who have done all 17 years. And it grows because I see something at another show that we might not have here in Memphis. If I'm in New Orleans or someplace and I meet somebody, or if
Greg picks up artists.
yes, I did.
Little bit of time left. When, where, what?
Oh, it's in Germantown on West Farmington, 7570 West Farmington, directly across the street from Anthropology, and that's where Memphis Pizza Cafe is. It's just north of Poplar.
Yep, I'll be there.
Yep.
And when does it open?
It
When does it
opens
close?
the night after Thanksgiving, always, and goes through Christmas Eve. And we're open daily, 7 days a week. It's all on the website, winterarts.org. And we'd be thrilled if everybody just came and looked. You don't have to buy if you don't need anything, but it's a museum.
It's art, and it's fabulous, and it's affordable. So here again, it's something fabulous happening in Memphis, and you need to get out and enjoy it. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Rhonda.
You're watching the Library Channel, a broadcast service of the Memphis Public Libraries and the City of Memphis.
Friends of the Library helps to raise money for all 18 Memphis Public Library locations, their programs, and services. Donate as a one-time monthly or yearly contribution to help us continue to serve the approximately 2 million customers who enter Memphis Public Libraries annually.